Do you remember the first time that you realized that adults don't know everything? I remember. I was in first grade, Our Lady of Good Counsel School in Vienna, Virginia. 1967. Don't go calculate my age.
1959.
You won. My teacher that year, Sister Thomas Marguerite. Now, she could be strict. My knuckles still remember. She was tall, lanky, at least as far as we could tell underneath the black habit. But she loved us. She cared about us. And I thought she knew everything. I thought all adults knew everything, but especially Sister Thomas Marguerite. So we're in class one day, in first grade, and she gets up front, and she tells, we're learning to write our alphabet. And she says, okay, now, everybody write half a K. Half a K? What the heck is half a K? I didn't know what half a K was, but I wanted to make her happy. You know, I had good reasons to want to make her happy. So I just wrote a K. That was it. Sister Thomas Marguerite walked around and checked all our papers. And when she saw me being Besega, I was right at the front. When she saw that I made a whole K, oh, go stand up against the wall, Mr. Besega. So I went and stood up against the wall. I was embarrassed. I was in first grade. How could I be so stupid as to not know what half a K was? Look at all these other intelligent half K writing children out there. They all knew, but I didn't. Well, one by one, as she walked down the row, Bobby stood next to me. And Sally stood next to him. And Janet stood next to her. In the end, there was about a half of the class, almost, standing up against the wall. Well, Sister Thomas Marguerite, I think she was planning on disciplining us, but she couldn't very well discipline half the class. So we got to go sit back down. But I was crushed, because I didn't know. So I went home to tell my parents. And I said, Mom, Dad, I got in trouble in school today. What did you do? Sister Thomas Marguerite told us to make half a K, and I made a whole K. She said to do what? Make half a K. My dad said to me, what is half a K? I said, I have no idea. This happened about, almost 50 years ago. I still don't know what half a K was. But one thing I do know is what my parents taught me that day, which is adults don't always know everything. Sister Thomas Marguerite, I'm sure she had an idea in her mind of what half a K was, and half the class, the non-whole K writers in the class, they figured it out. But the fact that there was half of us there, I don't think it was just us. My parents taught me that not always do adults know what they're talking about.
At the start